Hi everyone and welcome back to Ships at Sea. So today, because they've released the final update of 0.8.2, we're going to go net fishing. We're going to see if the bugs that were present in the last iteration have actually been cleared or not. Now, I'm in two minds about this update because they call it a major update, but to be honest with you, it seems it's a lot of stuff is concept. Like they give you a crew member, but they haven't actually given you the ability to do anything with that crew member. They've given lighthouse missions the ability to change bulbs, but it looks like they're not going to actually introduce it as missions till the next update. Now, maybe I've got that wrong, I don't know. The whale watching mission, I am going to have another go at that because I got some help from people on the Steam forum, and it might be that I haven't quite understood how to complete that mission, so I'm going to give that the benefit. Obviously, the multiplayer has been improved, which is good. I don't play multiplayer, so maybe someone who does can comment whether or not they feel there's been a significant improvement. The automatic hauler on the larger boats is great. It would be nice to see it on the smaller boats because I think they're more in need of it. Physics doesn't look like it's been changed, and there's still some graphical issues, but again, I'm going to wait until the game's fully released before messing around and trying to see if I can resolve those problems. Right, that said, time to go fishing. So let's climb aboard. My plan is to go to this southern fish area here. So we'll make our way out. We'll lay a couple of nets. I'm probably not going to lay a full spread of 10 nets, just a couple, and we can work out when we bring them in. We'll see what's happening. So let's get underway. It's obviously been a while since I've done this, so I'm expecting to be fairly rusty. Now, one of the comments that I've seen a lot on the forums is people saying that the boats aren't responding on the rudders. It's like the rudder is jammed, particularly in reverse. So we're getting to the open water. We'll have a quick look at that. It certainly never used to be that way. So again, if that's a bug introduced in the next update, or of the update that's just been dropped, it would have been nice for a hotfix to kind of resolve that, since this is the only boat that can actually do net fishing. And if you can't reverse, that's going to make it a bit trickier. So let's have a quick look, see what happens. So if I put it on full reverse, put it on full right rudder, yeah, there's definitely something happening there. Okay, and I'll just make sure I'm not about to crash into anything. And we'll go full left rudder, put it on reverse. That looks like it's going round to the right still. Yeah, that isn't turning. Yeah, we're just going backwards. So yeah, looks like that's quite a serious bug there. That might make it particularly hard because a lot of the time it's easy if you can try and reverse onto these nets. But oh well, we'll have a go. Maybe we've just exchanged one bug for another. Right, so what we'll do, we'll get out there. I'll jump forwards and we'll start laying the nets. Okay, so we've arrived in the fish area. There is cod here. It looks like, again with the update, the amount of fish have been significantly reduced. See, it's only showing us 10%, so I don't know if that's going to have any effect or not. I'm not showing anything on the fish finder, but we're pretty much over this area. So what we'll do, we'll just set a route to go straight across, and we'll just throw a few nets out. And then what we'll do is we will probably wait until the morning, because picking them up at night time will be an absolute nightmare. So we'll wait for 12 hours, pick them up at first light. Okay. Right, we'll just put a bit of speed on. And we'll start chucking some nets. As I said, I'm not gonna cast out. I'll probably cast out 4 or 5, and then we'll see. We can work out whether or not it's going to give us a good return on fish. That's a beautiful sunset. Although we are looking slightly east again. That's a. I don't know if that's something to do with the land of a midnight sun. It's just moved across from the west and then it starts to come back up again. Okay. I think that's given us enough. I think, yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nets out. I think we've actually left the fishing habitat, so we'll just turn ourselves round. Head back up to the top, and then we'll just wait till morning. Actually a bit harsh. I don't remember accepting a mission to rescue the boat. Maybe I did as part of my previous checks. I will actually come back and have a go at those tow missions, because apparently the Scomcat cannot tow, even though it has a towing hook on it, it actually can't tow. So I will try that mission again with the harbour. I mean, I'm looking at these physics. Look at the way this boat's really just tipping over. It's almost tipping onto its side. Yeah, that's not right. I would not want to be in a boat that was heeling over that much in a 10 knot swell. Here's what's going to happen when it's 18 knots. Okay, so we're close enough. Let's cut the power. And we'll rest. So we give it about 12 hours should be enough. Hopefully the water won't. Yeah, that's nice and calm. So Okay. There's the first buoy. Let's get ourselves over to it and see if I can remember how to come alongside these things. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. First thing I'm going to do, actually, I get everything in position. And all I have to do is run through here, close the tray, and hit the start. I'll put the speed to 3. Hopefully we won't need the emergency stop. And let's see if we can do this. I believe the yarn hook's number 3, so I know where that is. See, now this is where I'm going to struggle, because normally I'd like to reverse and swing left. But I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to have to just reverse and just drive forward onto it. If this becomes too... Actually, this is very strange. This boat shouldn't be turning that old. Yeah, if this becomes too difficult, what I'll do is I will jump head to where I've actually hook and net up. Yeah, this... What the dickens? Okay, let's see if I can just nudge it up onto that. Hopefully, because the water's quite calm. And with a little bit of physics of a buoy just brushing against the side of a boat, I should be able to just come in alongside it. Yes. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's try. Yes. Okay, we got it. So, if you remember the last time, the big bug with this is that the these points, when you pick the fish up, meant you couldn't actually... just trying to see the little dots, really hard to see. Ah, that's interesting. They've actually put it on my head now. So why can't I pick it up? There was a circle on my head, not the tail, but yeah, it's gone. Do I have to put my item away? Pick it up. Okay, so it's gone. Alright. So I grabbed it there. Let's drop it in the box. So again, you still don't have to pull a box out. So last time, the big fish, it would drop through the desk. You couldn't actually pick up from a conveyor. You couldn't pick the fish up by the tail. So they've actually moved the point to the head. That might be the best way to have done that. So, hello. No, I've processed the fish. Right. Okay, so the hook's gone over there this time. Okay. Alright, that seems a bit weird. Let's see what happens here. So, untangle, untangle, and then I should be able to just pick up. Oh, for some reason it's not picking up. But it's not showing the graphic of picking up, but the fish is being picked up. So it's a graphical glitch. It doesn't seem to be an actual gameplay, because it is showing fish is stored. Pick up, grab fish, and it stays there. It doesn't pick it up, so if I store the fish, but it will store it. Okay. I don't think in the scale of things that's probably the worst. Okay, let's go to the gutting table. Well, I did have a fish knife. I bought a really brand new fish knife. So there it is. Let's see how good this works. Okay. So this fish knife is supposed to give a bit of a bonus. I don't know if it gives you bonus to your gutting quality or just a bonus to the quality of the fish when you sell them. I actually messed that up. I don't know what happened there. Totally my fault. I'm not going to blame. I'm finished with it now. Okay, yeah, I'm finished. I'm finished. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go and pick up another one. The other thing to remember is the wind. It's showing you where the wind's coming from now, not the way the wind's blowing. Just getting alongside a little there, okay. So, again, the physics of a buoy coming alongside seems not too bad. Because it does bump up against the boat, so actually it's quite easy to bring the net aboard, so that's quite good. And then we haven't had to write any nets off, so again, that's not good. I'm supposing eventually this should be on a time because I'm taking an absolute age, but again it's quite a bright day where I am, and my little dot is barely visible. Okay, so fairly good. The circles still don't seem to be particularly very well in alignment because it says release there, and you see I'm nowhere near that circle. Okay, again, the last fish seems to really cause a bit of a problem. I'm done. I'm kind of done with this. How do I get out of here? Okay. So it's a bit like with tier 3, sometimes you have to press the escape key, which you didn't have to press before, so that's new. I mean, once you know it's not a problem, the problem is that it's not intuitive. People might not think about having to press an escape key to actually finish gutting a fish. Okay, where am I now? There's another buoy. Where is it? It's that side. Okay, there they are. Let's get over to them. So definitely picking up the nets much better. If the rudders worked on these boats, it'd be absolutely fantastic. I don't think there'd be any complaints at all, if I'm honest. Even without the automatic hauler, it doesn't take that long to get there. I mean, obviously I'm lucky enough that the weather's quite calm. Obviously if it was a bit rougher, might struggle. Just come back a little bit on that one. I think that's going to go under the boat if I'm not careful. Um, yeah, and the gutting process, the bringing the fish aboard process is much easier. I just really need them to highlight this. I really can't. Ah, so it didn't work. The problem I could have got there, but it's just that little dot. You see when it's there? Such a bright day, I can barely see it. That really should be an option to change the colour of that or make it a bit brighter. A simple little thing, but it would make my life so much easier. Okay, so we'll come back. We'll come at that one more time. Yeah, I think that blew under the boat. So the wind's now coming. Basically, it looks like the wind's coming almost directly from behind me, if I'm reading that right. So the wind's pointing. Oh, oh crikey. Let's try and get out and grab that. Yeah, as I was saying, I think the netting, bringing the fish in, much easier. Now this will be interesting because last time I would have never been able to get this fish. I'd have had to wipe the whole net off. But yes, much easier. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the fish not dangling in my hand. It kind of doesn't matter if it just jumps straight there. I can live with that, to be honest with you. It doesn't take an awful lot away. Crikey, I'm going to need a bigger gutting table. Okay, so really at that point you just need to press escape to exit or something on text, just so anyone who's not familiar would not have any problems. But okay, that's fine. I think we've got two more to pick up. Looks like it's almost sticking out with water there. I mean, fortunately, running forwards onto these buoys is a lot easier than it used to be. I remember constantly having to nudge in because of physics, the buoy would just disappear under the boat. Now it actually seems to connect, so yeah, that is so much easier. It's not quite the R factor, he said as he slides across that buoy. Okay, where's it gone? There's one of them, so the other must be, yeah. Let's see, let's try and get onto it. I think the problem is if I have to reverse, really, I want to reverse. As the boat sort of slides, it doesn't steer, it doesn't cut through the wall. I can't use the right rudder, can I? Okay. I think the easiest thing, I'll go forward and I'll turn this way. Just come round from this side. Maybe not a full rudder. it. But the problem is I cannot reverse. Oh, stop. Maybe I'll just go forward onto that. I should get that. Oh, I was going to say that net seemed to be coming a long way. I've noticed there's not a lot of a fish coming in off the net, and that's probably because it's only a 10% area I'm in. I don't know if that's now going to have an effect, and I don't know what you have to do to let these areas recover. I guess it's not implemented yet, but maybe stop fishing there might be the obvious. Yeah, that's not a lot of fish for that one place. We'll just gut them. I think it's only 2. There's at least 2, but okay. Never mind. And we'll just pick up the last net. Then we'll see what we've got in the haul and we can work out if it's going to make us money. There it is. So, see, I've got no rudder, and look at how that boat's just twisted right round. Now, maybe that's the current. Maybe it's the wind. I'm not sure this boat would be that vulnerable to that much wind. I mean, it's not exactly a huge storm, it's only 4 knots, but I'm not going to complain. It took me where I wanted to be. Okay. I'll go backwards. Right, out of date. See if I can grab that one before it gets pushed away. And that's that. Okay, so yeah, thoughts on the actual process of bringing the fish in? Much better. The physics seem a lot better. I appreciate I'm in calm weather. Obviously, if I was out here in 12 knots, I might not be quite as joyful. But the other plus side now is it's really frustrating. You can just simply go to your options and change your weather to make it calmer. I'd rather not. I like to play a bit realistically. But yeah, certainly the actual process of taking the fish out the net, those bugs have completely gone. Good move by the devs to move the grab bubble to the head instead of the tail so it doesn't drop through the table. Never understood the purpose of this coming out though. It seems kind of pointless because you can put the fish in there, the box is in or out, and if it's out you can't put it in from that side anyway, so it just gets them away. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got in our inventory. That's not a lot. There's no fish multiplier there. Look, we've only got 3 haddock, 1 cod, 1 pollock, 1... Normally you're talking, with long line fishing, you'd have hundreds of fish. Hundreds. So I've got a really bad feeling that they haven't changed the financial side of things. So the only reason we're going to do net fishing is because it's fun and we enjoy it. Okay, which I never thought I'd say based on my first video when I said net fishing. But in terms of making money, no, I don't think this is going to be the way. But let's get back anyway. Well, we'll get back to port. Let's finish the mission. I appreciate I've only got 4 nets, but even if I multiplied that up twice, factor of 4, even 10 times, I still don't think that's going to make anywhere near the amount of money that you would expect to make. Again, hopefully it's on their to-do list and they will change it. So I'm going to jump forward, get us back to port, and I'll see you there. Okay, so we've arrived back. I'll just bring us into dock. Let's see where we are. So let's just, without having that reverse on the left, that's going to be really tricky. Oh. Just going to have to just... There we go. Okay, let's see what we've got. I think we go to the fishery to sell. Yeah, 3,744. That's nothing. That's probably barely covering the fuel. So, absolutely, yeah, the only way you're really going to get any benefit from net fishing if you're just doing it for pleasure. I don't know if you even get that much experience anymore. That's a shame. Again, hopefully they'll fix it. One thing, let's see what happens if we click sell all fish. It all goes. There was a bug. I think it's because we are getting a lot of fish that's way above the sort of how much our boat can hold, which is why I think there's a little bit of a bug there. So once we can only carry what the boat holds rather than as much fish as we want, I think this sell all fish bug might disappear, because I had no problems with that because I had no fish. Okay, I'm going to leave that video there then. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, any comments you've got, if you disagree with me about what I think about this update not being as major as perhaps it's touted to be, if you think the physics aren't that great, yeah, just leave some comments below. I'd love to hear from you. The next video I do, I'm probably going to try and do the whale watching mission, and I'll probably try and combine that with a towing mission, try and rescue a boat in distress. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Bye.